Talk English, making English easy.
Hit subscribe and let's get talking.
Hello, a huge welcome back to Mia English Talk. We are so incredibly happy to see you here again. I'm Mia.
And I'm Leon. Welcome, everyone.
On this channel, our goal is to help you practice authentic, real-world English. If you enjoy our content, please remember to hit that subscribe button and like this video. It really supports us.
Yes, thank you so much. Today, we are going to explore a very relatable topic, how to talk about habits.
That's right. We'll be discussing the things we do every day, every week, essentially our routines. So, Leon, I have to ask, it is absolutely beautiful outside today, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. The sun is shining so brightly. I just love days like this. It honestly makes me feel so energetic and happy.
Me too. Did you happen to come to the studio from home today?
Yes, I actually walked here. The walk was delightful. I saw so many people enjoying the park on my way in.
That sounds lovely. I walked here as well. I often find that listening to music while I walk helps me clear my head.
Oh, nice. What genre of music do you usually listen to?
Well, I usually listen to pop music. It's upbeat and easy to sing along with, you know?
Nice. I'm a fan of pop music too. But interesting fact about me, in the morning, I sometimes listen to the news instead.
The news? Wow, that sounds quite serious for the morning commute.
I know, but I really like to stay informed about what is happening in the world.
That is actually a very good habit. Perhaps I should try doing that sometimes.
Maybe. So, Mia, do you have any plans for after we finish recording today?
Well, after this, I think I'll head to a cafe. I really want to sit down with a nice, hot cup of coffee and enjoy a piece of cake.
Oh, that sounds absolutely perfect. Do you mind if I join you?
Of course you can, my friend. You are always welcome to join.
Excellent. Now I am really excited for after the show. Okay, but first, we have a great topic for our viewers today.
We certainly do. We are going to talk about habits. Habits like my urge to treat myself to cake.
Exactly like that, but also other more common daily habits. So, Mia, let's start at the beginning. How would you define a habit?
Well, a habit is something you do repeatedly, again and again, without thinking too much about it. It becomes automatic.
Automatic, sort of like a robot?
Not exactly like a robot, but close. For example, I always brush my teeth immediately after breakfast. I don't stop and think, should I brush my teeth now? I just do it.
I understand completely. It is simply part of your routine. My habit is that I always drink a full glass of water the moment I wake up.
Oh, that is a very healthy habit, Leon. I really need to try that.
You should. It's great for hydration. Okay, let's focus on morning habits first. What is the absolute first thing you do in the morning?
The very first thing? Well, I open my eyes.
Very funny, Mia. You know what I mean. After that.
Okay. After I open my eyes, I admit it, I always check my phone.
Oh, I do that too, actually. I check the time and see if I've received any urgent messages.
Same here. But, my doctor says it's actually a bad habit. The bright light from the phone isn't good for your eyes right when you wake up.
He is probably right about that. So, do you have a good morning habit?
A good one? Let me think. Well, I always make my bed every single morning.
Really? Wow. I sometimes make my bed, but certainly not always. Sometimes I'm just in too much of a hurry.
For me, it's quite important. A tidy bed makes the whole room look organized, which helps my mind.
That is a great habit. What about breakfast? Do you have a specific routine for that?
My breakfast habit is extremely simple. I usually eat toast with butter, and I always drink tea, never coffee in the morning.
Every day? The exact same thing?
Almost every day, yes. I like it. It feels comfortable. What about you? What do you eat?
My breakfast changes quite a bit. Sometimes I have yogurt with fruit, other times I eat cereal, but I always drink coffee. I honestly cannot start my day without it.
How many cups of coffee are we talking about here?
Oh, that is a dangerous question. I usually drink 2 or 3 cups.
Usually or always?
Okay, fine. Always. It's a bad habit, I know.
Hey, it's your habit, not mine.
Now, let's talk about commuting. How do you usually get to work?
I usually walk to work. Fortunately, my office isn't far from my home.
That is a wonderful habit. Walking is healthy, and best of all, it's free.
Yes, it is. What about you? How do you get here?
I usually take the bus, but on Fridays, I often drive my car.
Oh? Why specifically on Fridays?
Because after work on Friday, I often go to the supermarket to do a big grocery shop. It is much easier to carry everything with the car.
Ah, that makes perfect sense. So that is a weekly habit.
Now, let's shift to work habits. What is something you always do at your job?
At work, I always make a checklist of things to do. I write down all my tasks for the day.
That is very organized of you. I sometimes make a list, but, well, I often lose it.
Oh no, that is not a good habit, Leon.
I know. I have another bad work habit, actually. I'm often late for meetings.
Leon, why are you late?
I always think I have more time than I actually do. Then, suddenly, I have to run to the meeting room.
You definitely need a new habit. Try to arrive 5 minutes early.
5 minutes early? That sounds impossible.
Just try it. Now let's talk about evening habits. What do you do after you finish work?
After work, I usually feel quite tired, so I always sit on my sofa for exactly 10 minutes and do absolutely nothing.
That sounds nice, actually. A little break. I should try that.
After my 10 minutes of rest, I often go to the gym.
You go to the gym after work? Wow, that is impressive. I never go to the gym.
Never? What do you do for exercise then?
My exercise is walking to the kitchen or walking to the bus stop.
You know, Mia, that is not real exercise.
I know. It's a bad habit. I really need to change that. So, what do you do at the gym?
Ah, right. I usually run on the treadmill. Sometimes I lift small weights. Then I go home and cook dinner.
You cook dinner every day? I don't cook very often. I usually order food delivery.
Every day?
No, not every day. Maybe 3 times a week. Is that a bad habit?
Well, it is certainly an expensive habit, and sometimes not so healthy. Cooking at home is generally better.
You're right, but cooking for just one person is sometimes boring, you know?
I understand. I sometimes cook a large amount and eat the same food for 2 days. That's a smart habit to save time.
That is smart.
Okay. After dinner, what are your habits?
After dinner, I always wash the dishes immediately. I hate seeing dirty dishes in the kitchen.
I have a very different habit. I often leave the dishes in the sink. We wash them the next morning.
Leon, that is a terrible habit.
I know, but it's my habit. So, after the dishes, what do you do?
I usually relax. I often watch a TV series or a movie.
What kind of movies do you like?
I usually watch comedies. I really like to laugh. What do you watch?
I often watch sports, football, basketball, but sometimes I watch documentaries about nature and animals.
That sounds interesting. Do you have any specific habits before you sleep?
Yes, I have a routine. I always brush my teeth, of course. Then I read a book for about 15 minutes.
That's a good habit. Reading really helps you sleep. I also read before bed.
What do you usually read?
I usually read novels or funny stories, but sometimes I check my phone in bed. It's a bad habit.
Yes, we established that the phone light is bad for sleep. We both have this bad habit.
We need to change. Let's make a promise. No phones in bed.
Okay, I promise. For one night.
Only one night? Well, it's a start. Let's talk about weekend habits. Are your weekends different from weekdays?
Oh, yes. My weekend habits are very different. On Saturday morning, I usually sleep late.
What time do you wake up?
Sometimes at 10 a.m., sometimes even 11 a.m. It's wonderful.
Wow. I usually wake up at 8 a.m., even on weekends. It's my habit.
8 a.m. on a Saturday. That is way too early for me.
It feels normal to me. Then I have a slow morning, I drink my tea and read the news.
That does sound peaceful. On Saturday, I usually meet my friends for lunch.
That sounds fun. Where do you usually go?
We often go to a small restaurant near the park. The food there is very good.
Do you do any sports on the weekend?
Sometimes I play football with my friends, but not every weekend.
That's good exercise. You see, you do some sports after all.
Yes, but only sometimes. What do you do on Sunday?
Sunday is my cleaning day. I always clean my apartment on Sundays.
Every Sunday? You are very organized.
I just like a clean home. I vacuum the floors, I clean the bathroom, I wash my clothes.
I clean my apartment only when it's dirty, maybe once every 2 weeks.
Well, that is a habit, I suppose.
Now, let's talk about bad habits. We all have them, right? This is actually my favorite topic. I have many bad habits.
Oh, really? For example?
Well, I often bite my nails.
When do you usually do that?
Usually when I'm watching a scary movie or when I'm thinking deeply about a difficult problem.
I understand. I sometimes do that too, actually.
You? But you have so many good habits.
Nobody is perfect, Leon. I have another bad habit. I often lose my sunglasses.
Oh no! How many pairs of sunglasses did you lose recently?
Maybe 5 or 6 pairs just this year.
Wow, that is a lot. That is an expensive bad habit to have.
I know. What is your most expensive bad habit?
My most expensive bad habit is definitely buying coffee every single day. I have a coffee machine at home, but I just really like the coffee from the shop.
Oh, that adds up. You really should make coffee at home.
You're right, but the coffee at the shop is just so good.
Habits are certainly difficult to change. How can we make new good habits?
I read somewhere that we should start very small. For example, if you want to start running, start by just walking for 5 minutes.
That's excellent advice. And we need to be consistent. We need to do it every day.
Every day? That sounds difficult.
Not if it's small. For example, if you want to drink more water, just put a glass of water on your table every morning.
Okay, I can do that. That is a small thing.
Exactly. And if you want to read more, just commit to reading 1 page every night.
1 page. I can definitely do that. Maybe I'll even read 2 pages.
See? You are motivated now. What new good habit do you want to start?
I want to start the habit of eating fruit every day. I usually eat cookies, but fruit is obviously better.
That's an excellent idea. You can simply buy a banana when you get your coffee.
Yes, 1 banana. That is easy. What new habit do you want to start, Mia?
I want to start the habit of calling my family more often. I usually just send text messages, but a phone call is much better.
That is a beautiful habit. Your family will be very happy about that.
I think so too. What about old habits? Do you have habits from when you were a child?
Oh yes, I always put my left shoe on first. I don't know why. I did it when I was a little boy, and I still do it now.
That is a very old habit. I have a similar one. I always read the last page of a book first.
Really? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just like to know the ending before I start the journey.
That is a funny habit. My sister has a habit of singing in the car. Every single time she drives, she sings.
I do that too. It's a fun habit. So some habits are fun, some are healthy, and some are expensive. And we can change our habits if we really want to. We just need to start small.
I feel motivated now. Tomorrow, I will eat a banana and drink a glass of water, and I will not look at my phone in bed.
It's a deal. Let's check on our new habits next week.
Perfect. So, viewers, you see that everyone has habits. Talking about them is quite easy.
That was a great discussion about habits, Leon.
We used many useful words today.
We did. I think it would be beneficial to talk about some of these words again to help our friends remember them.
Excellent idea. Let's do a mini vocabulary review. What word should we start with?
Well, we said the word habit many times, but what does it really mean?
A habit is a behavior that you do regularly and automatically. You don't think about it too much. For example, Mia, what is a habit for you?
My habit is drinking tea every morning. I don't decide every day, I just do it. It's a habit.
Perfect example. It's like a routine action. Brushing your teeth is a habit, tying your shoes is a habit.
Can a habit be good and bad?
Oh yes, a good habit is healthy or useful, like exercising or reading books. A bad habit is not healthy or not useful, like biting your nails or losing your keys.
Hey, don't talk about losing keys. So a habit can be positive or negative.
Exactly. Now, another very important word we use with habits is always.
Always. This means 100% of the time. It happens every single time. For example, I always breathe air.
That's true, but a better example for our topic, I always lock the door when I leave home.
Yes, or the sun always rises in the east. It never changes.
And the opposite of always is never.
Never. This means 0%. It does not happen. For example, I never drink coffee for breakfast, only tea.
And I never forget to drink my morning coffee. It's impossible for me. So always and never are very strong words, but we often use softer words like usually.
Ah, usually. This is a very useful word. It means most of the time, but not always. Maybe 80% or 90%.
So if I say, I usually take the bus to work, what does it mean?
It means you take the bus on most days, but sometimes, maybe if the weather is nice, you walk, or sometimes you drive.
So it's not always, but it's very common. What about often?
Often means many times. It happens a lot, but maybe not as much as usually. For example, I often go to the cinema. This means I go many times, but not every weekend.
I see. So I often meet my friends on weekends. It's a common activity, but not every single weekend.
Yes.
And then we have sometimes.
Sometimes is less than often. It means it happens on some occasions, but not always. Maybe 50%. For example, I sometimes eat chocolate for dessert. Not always, but when I want something sweet.
And finally, let's talk about routine.
Routine. This is a good word. A routine is like a plan or a sequence of your habits.
Can you give us an example of a routine?
Of course. My morning routine is first I wake up, then I always brush my teeth. After that, I usually make my bed. Then I often drink tea. Finally, I sometimes read the news.
Wonderful. So a routine is the order of your habits. My evening routine is I always cook dinner, I usually watch TV, and I often read a book before I always go to sleep.
So habit is one action. Routine is many habits together in a sequence.
Perfect explanation. Let's practice with one more concept. We talked about healthy and unhealthy habits.
Healthy means good for your body and mind.
Exercise is healthy. Eating vegetables is healthy.
And unhealthy means not good for your body or mind. Smoking is unhealthy. Eating too much sugar is unhealthy.
So, viewers, can you make a sentence with these words? For example, my healthy habit is I always go for a walk. My unhealthy habit is I sometimes eat fast food.
Great sentence. Let's all try to make sentences like this.
So, to review, we talked about habit, always, never, usually, often, sometimes, routine, and healthy and unhealthy. These are all fantastic words for talking about your daily life.
Try to use them when you write your answer in the comments.
Yes, knowing these words is a very good habit for English learners.
It is a very, very good habit indeed. We have talked for a long time about habits.
We really have. My mouth is actually a little tired from talking. Is that a bad habit? Talking too much?
No, I think for an English podcast host, talking is a very good habit. But let's think about everything we discussed today.
Okay, let's do a summary, a quick review for our friends watching.
Perfect. First, we learned that a habit is something you do regularly, almost without thinking. It can be good or it can be bad.
Yes, we talked about morning habits like brushing your teeth, making your bed, and drinking coffee or tea. And we talked about work habits like making a to-do list or being late for meetings.
Hey, you don't need to remind everyone about my bad habits.
Sorry, Leon, but it's a good example. We also discussed evening habits like cooking dinner, watching TV, and reading before bed.
And we must not forget weekly habits like going to the supermarket on a certain day or cleaning the house on Sunday.
Exactly, and we learned how to use some very important words to describe these habits.
That's right. We practice words like always for 100% and never for 0%. And we used usually for most of the time, often for many times, and sometimes for, well, sometimes.
We also talked about the word routine, which is like a story of your habits from morning to night. And we distinguished between healthy habits, like exercising, and unhealthy or expensive habits, like drinking too much coffee or ordering food every day.
Speaking of which, I am thinking about my coffee shop habit. I will really try to make coffee at home this week.
That's a great goal, and I will try not to look at my phone in bed.
We can both try to change one small habit.
And that's a very important lesson for everyone listening. You can change your habits.
You can start with one small, easy thing. Don't try to change everything on Monday. That is too difficult. Just start with one thing, like eating one piece of fruit every day, or drinking one glass of water in the morning, or reading one page of a book. Small steps are the best way to build a new, good habit.
So now it is your turn to speak. We want to hear from you.
Yes, we have our question of the day. This is the most important part for your practice. Today's question is, what is one good habit you have and one bad habit you want to change?
Please write your answer in the comments below. It is very good practice for your English.
For example, you can write, my good habit is I always study English for 10 minutes every day. My bad habit is I sometimes watch too much TV.
Or, my good habit is I usually eat vegetables for lunch. My bad habit is I never go to bed early.
Any answer is a good answer. We are here to learn together, not to be perfect.
We will read every single comment. We love to read your answers and see your progress.
It makes us very happy to be a part of your English learning journey.
So please take a moment and write a sentence for us. Tell us about your habits. And while you're there, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It helps other learners find us.
And of course, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, Mia English Talk, please click the subscribe button. We make new videos every week to help you practice.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. You are all wonderful students.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, be kind to yourself when you're learning something new.
Yes, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about building a habit of practice.
Beautifully said, Mia. We will see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.